Okay, so the olden days, when we started the mainframe, so we started with the 8-bit architecture, then it becomes 16-bit. So in 1990s, we were using OS 390 operating system. So it, with that OS 390 operating system, we were using 31-bit architecture, and when it comes to GOS, we started using 64-bit operating system from 2000. So, what is the main advantage of using this 64-bit architecture is it will support all the three different architecture in one platform itself. So, if you go for Windows, it will not be supporting like that. So for example, if you want to install 64-bit architecture software. So, for example, you have Adobe Acrobat Reader for 64-bit. You want to install it in 32-bit architecture, it will not be supporting. So, here in mainframe, it can able to support all the three different kinds of architecture in one single hardware. So that is one major advantage of using uh, the mainframe. So apart from that, everybody aware that GOS is zero downtime operating system, and so earlier, so 99.59, like 99.9999, like that 59% the system will be available. So now it become 69. Okay, so 99.69 should be there. So that much percentage the system availability will be there for GOS mainframe hardware. So if you look at the mainframe hardware, currently we have G15 is there, and last month or probably in the month of October or November, G16 was released in the market. That should be available in IBM, where we can able to purchase hardware. So with respect to GOS operating system, current latest version is 2.5, and the 2.6 is available from March 2024.
Vijay, the Z15 and Z16, the mainframe hardware, these are all the servers, right? You are referring?
Yeah, correct. Mainframe hardware server, correct. So these are all the server and the operating system which we can able to install on this GOS. So apart from that, what all the other operating systems this mainframe hardware or server will be supporting?
In older days, OS 360, then OMVS.
Okay. OS 390 was there, and then later GOS was there, and the GOS.e. The GOS.e is extended architecture, so where you will not be able to use it like multi-user. So single user, you can able to, like normal computer, we can able to use it. So for the small business, they were using GOS.e. So apart from that, GOS operating system. So for example, in our laptop, we are installing two different kind of operating system, right? One is Linux and other one is Windows. And apart from that, so many varieties of Linux operating systems are there. So like that, what else operating system or what else software we can able to use it? So apart from that, we have few more operating system. So everyone heard of GVM, right? Virtual machine.
Virtual machine, right?
Yeah,
In
GVM.
mainframe side, it is referred to as LPAR, right? Logical partition.
Okay, it's not like that. So how it will work is, so for example, we have LPAR. In the LPAR, I can able to install GOS. I have
Oh,
another LPAR. I can able to install GVM. So each and every LPAR can have only one operating system.
okay, got it.
So like that, so in an LPAR, so right now GOS and GVM is there. So apart from that, what other operating system we can able to install? Any idea?
Oh, yeah.
So apart from that, we have GTPF is there. Everyone heard of it?
No, Vijay, please explain about GPF.
Okay, so GTPF is transaction processing facility.
Okay.
So what is the use of transaction processing facility is? You can able to use high-end transactions. So, for example, credit card transaction or airlines transactions. So these all we can able to do in a very larger number. So for that we can able to use GTPF operating system. So apart from that, we have the VSC is Virtual Storage Extended Operating System. So this will be like virtually we can able to extend the operating system for multi-level server. And the last one is Linux on QoS. So in this five different types of operating system, so which one is more familiar is we are currently using GOS. So majorly used by all. So some of the companies they will be using GVM. So instead of using the operating system and number of user ID is logging into the GOS operating system. So they will be going for GVM and everybody can able to access as a GOS operating system so individually. So for that they can able to use GVM. So GTPF is mostly credit card companies and airlines. They will be using GTPF. So this is like a standalone server and Linux. So Linux is similar like our Red Hat or CentOS or whatever the other flavors are there. So same like that. This is also we can able to install in the helper and we can widely use it. all the Linux commands, or so how we are using ISPF or ISL or OMVS, so same like that we can able to use it in the Linux on GOS. So
Okay.
these are the five different kinds of operating system which can be loaded in every helper. So one helper should have only one operating system. So inside the operating system, based on the limit or based on the number of people can able to access your mainframe system. So this will be the hardware, and this will be the mainframe software, and these are all operating systems. Okay, so if you look at this diagram, so you are able to see this data management, soft copy, publication, security, system management, networking, communication service. So any idea what is this?
It means on the Z series operating system, we are implementing the security services like RACF, RACF.
Yeah,
Then
correct.
data management means DFSMS, like these kind of things. Networking communication means VTAM or TCP/IP.
Yeah, correct.
Then
So these are all the features which comes along with your GOS. So when you buy a Windows operating system, so how calculator or Word or Paint, so these are all comes along with your operating system, right? So likewise, this data management. So if you look at this data management, all the functionalities of data management like copying the file, creating the file, deleting the file, renaming the file, or moving from one volume to another volume, or copying from one volume to another volume. So these all functionalities which have been controlled by this data management. So you have soft copy publications. So soft copy publications, any idea what we can able to say?
okay.
Okay, so this soft copy publication is nothing but help. So, for example, nowadays what we are doing is, if we doesn't know anything on the mainframe, or some errors that we are facing on the mainframe, normally we go for Google. So we just type in the Google, and that will give some manual. If it is manual comes from IBM website, means okay, this is the correct manual, like that we used to go. So the olden days is not like that, right? So olden days, laptop itself everybody will not be having, and Google also was not there. So that time there are two different things. One is the hard copy manual is there, and the soft copy manual is there. So whenever you buy any product, even when you are buying your mobile also, the mobile comes with hard copy manual. So the hard copy manual says how to use the mobile, what all the features are there. So like that it will describe very detailedly. So again you have a soft copy manual when you are assessing your mobile. When you go for help, you can able to collect the information about the soft copy manual. The same concept only we are using on the mainframe. So in this mainframe, so the olden days, when you buy the mainframe server, you will have a hardware manual along with soft copy publication. Soft copy publication means inside the mainframe, if you go for any panel, even now, if you log into your mainframe, if you press F1 or F2 or F3, sorry, F1 on individual screen, so it will give the detailed information about the respective, uh, what we can say, the respective information about the particular page or particular error or something like that, we can able to come up. So whatever the product you install on the mainframe, for those product, every manual will be there inside that mainframe itself. So you no need to go out and you need to search anything. So all the details will be researched on the same mainframe server itself. So that is your soft copy publication. So with respect to security services, like you said, Rackup is the only tool. So apart from that, there are third-party tools are there, like ACF2 is there, the Top Secret is there. So ACF2 we can able to use for accessing the CA product, and the Top Secret for accessing the IBM product. So like that, there are varieties of security tools are there. But in IBM product, we have Rackup for so resource access control facility. So this is the only tool we can able to protect your user ID or any subsystems which you have installed on the mainframe. And Rackup is more flexible. So whatever you are imagining in the mind and you want to bring it in front of you, based on the Rackup rules, we can able to give protection for user ID or group or any subsystems on the mainframe. So this system management services, we have 5 different types. So we call it as DFS SMS. So like you said, we have DSS is there, and DFP is there, and you have HSM is there, and you have TVS is there. And you have RMM. So these are the 5 different types. So each one plays a major role. Okay, so in a combination of all together, only your storage management subsystem is running on the mainframe. So DSS and DFP for creating the file, deleting the file, modifying, moving, copying, renaming. So all this comes under DHS and DFP. So data services. So this data set services is a full form of DHS and data facility product for DFP, and the hierarchical storage management. So this hierarchical storage management is mainly used for taking backups. So any specific date and specific time you want to take a backup, or only the qualifiers like first qualifier, whatever you have mentioned. So for example, Vijay star dot star, if I give means only those qualifiers, it will take a backup. So like that, we can able to configure in our DFS SMS SSM. So this the transactional VSAM services is purely related to VSAM, like whatever creating the files of VSAM or repro or import or export or alternative index or whatever you want to do, you can able to do it with the help of TVS. Removable media manager is purely for tape. So if you want to take a backup of tape or restore your tape or creating the tape volume or deleting the tape volume, formatting or increasing the size of the tape volume or decreasing the size of the tape volume. So all this comes under this DFS SMS DSS. So again you have DFP, HSM, TVS and RMM. So these all if any one is not there, you will not be able to do certain functions. Okay, so this should run in a combination all together only. So you will not be able to run separately. So altogether, we call it as storage management subsystem. So the networking communication services. So we have a varieties of products. So mainly, if your server is running like individual server, so you have don't have a 6+ environment and 3 or 4 LPAR you have in mainframe server. So most widely we'll be using this TCP/IP only. So apart from that, we have SNA is so SNA is nothing but secure network architecture. So every LPAR I cannot provide IP address. So instead of that, by using SNA, I can able to provide multiple IP address for multiple LPAR and multiple mainframe server. So even if you have other mainframe hardware, sorry, IBM hardware. So for example, AS400 or AS servers also you can able to configure with the help of a secure network architecture. And then we need to have VTAM and TN3270 FTP and then okay, TN3270 and FTP. So these all is commonly required for accessing your telecommunication method because so these all are joined together and running your network communication services. So here SNA is if you are going to have multiple servers, then only we will be using. If you don't have multiple server, I am running only one server has different LPAR means they will not be using SNA at all. But VTAM TN3270 FTP and all is required because the whatever the emulators you have on the mainframe side, so you have so many third-party emulators are there. So those emulators to access inside the mainframe environment for that TN3270 is required, and IP address is required for connecting the LPAR, and then VTAM for communicating between your TSO and networking services. So for that, VTAM is required. So all this joined together, your network communication services is run. So any idea on application enabled services?
It is like CACS and DB2.
Yeah. No, not DB2 and all will come. All the languages.
Okay.
All the languages by defaultly mainframe has assembler and then Rex is there, Chilish is there, C is there, C++ is there, Java is there, COBOL, and then PL1. These are all by defaultly available. So this comes as a package with your application enablement services. So you have GOS Unix system services. So here we are using OMBS. open multiple virtual storage. So these are all commonly used for accessing similar like your Linux environment. So either by typing TSO OMVS, you can be able to go instead of Unix environment, or you have ISL is there. So everyone worked with OMVS and ISL, right?
No, sir.
Okay. So this ISL looks similar how we are creating ISPF files like sequential file and partition dataset. Same like that, Unix files we can able to create with the help of ISL. So this is menu option type where you can able to create the Unix file. Your command options. So like RMDIR or MKDIR, like VI. So these commands and all commonly we are using for the creating the directory, creating the files and all. So these commands you can able to use it in OMBS as a command option. And the same directories, the files we can able to create it with the help of ISL by using menu option. Like 3.2 option for creating a sequential file means here ISL you have option for creating the directory and files. So for that you can able to use. So mostly every company will not be having both the subsystems. So subsystem or tools, any one will be there. So either OMBS or ISL or both will be there. So this comes along with your GOS operating system itself.
Vijay, where we are using this system in application side, I don't see any.
You mean to say this?
No. OMBS.
OMBS you can directly type it from the ready prompt.
Okay, in application where we are using, I don't.
Mostly we will not be using in application. In the system side, for extracting the files, we'll be using. So most of the products which we want to install on the mainframe, so that comes with Unix format or tar format or zip format. So for unzipping the files, we will be using this OMVS environment. So that time uploading the file by using FTP, we can able to do it. And then by using OMVS or ISL, you can able to extract it.
Okay, got it.
So these OMVS and ISL are used for installing or upgrading the package or product, right?
Can you repeat again?
OM. Those two items are used only for upgrading the or installing a new product or application, something like that.
Not only the product. So, for example, you want to download the sequential file to your mainframe. We use FTP, right?
Yeah.
So the same way, when the multiple files you want to compress it to single file. So, for example, you have sequential file, partition dataset, or vsam file. So many are there. You can able to compress it and convert it to zip format. So that zip format files you can able to download with the help of OMBS. Like that, sometimes only we can able to use them, but not every time. But during the installation of the product, they will give it in either in Unix format or directly they will give volume itself. So for example, Vijay 011 volume if there means IBM will give that volume. So what I need to do is I need to create the same volume name on the mainframe I need to upload it with the help of FTP, and then copy from one volume to another volume. I can able to do it. That is one method. Another method is you will be getting the files in the Unix format only, like Java format or tar format or zip format. So for that we need OM base and ISL. Any one, it's not mandatory. Both should be there. OM base is very easy to extract when compared to ISL, and ISL is very easy for creating the files, deleting or modifying, viewing and all. It is very easy. OMBS is command oriented, right? Unless you type the right command, only you can able to create the file or view the files and all. So for that, you can able to use it.
Okay. Yes.
So anybody else have any other question now? Okay, so any idea on distributed computing services?
No, Vijay.
Okay, so this distributed computings are if you want to access your mainframe tools from the outside environment. So, for example, you have WebSphere is there, MQ is there. So even Windows also has the same. So when you install in the Windows environment and in the backend you want to access the mainframe server, so that time you have varieties of connecting tools are there. So olden days we used to use .NET if you want to connect it. Java you want to connect it to your database means. We used to have a JDBC connection, ODBC connection. So like that, varieties of connections are there. So similar like that, if you want to access from the Windows environment to mainframe environment, the connecting services are required with the help of distributed computing. So for that, you can able to use distributed computing services.
Okay.
And then you have e-business services. Any idea on that?
It is like AS400 or
Correct. Whatever the other, what we can say, other server or other operating systems which you want to connect it to the mainframe. So we can able to use it. So apart from that, another two more is there. One is online business and offline business is there. So anything you want to make it as a online transactions or so for example we have CAGS is there. So if you run any transaction, so that transaction will be running 24/7. So for that, when you are want to access the CAGS transaction from the outside environment from the different operating system, so for that you can able to use e-business services. And the last one is print services. So what is this print services?
it is output to the printing, output sent to the printer.
Yeah, correct. If you want to, so whatever the printers we are using for laptop, so we have inkjet printer or laser printer or anything. So those printers you can able to connect it for your mainframe also. So for example, in your JCL program, we are giving a programmer name, right, in the job card. So what is the reason for giving the programmer name?
And
It
just
is
for
to
documentation purpose or to which
For
uh,
the identification purpose of whose program is this, for
yes.
that purpose we are using that. But till now it is required. If you just check, you are only submitting the program, and if you open your job, you are only going to open. Other than yourself, nobody else is going to open your program. So that job card mostly we will not be using at all. Some rare cases we will be using. For example, we are using the same job name. Multiple people is using the same job name means at that time okay. Who submitted the job means by using the programmer name we can able to identify. But olden days mandatory you need to give programmer name because we don't have a spool like HDSF was not there. HDSF was there from OS 390 only. So before that, HDSF was not there. So whenever somebody submits the job, it directly goes to the printer. So first it will be printing your programmer name so that you can able to identify this output is for myself. So sometimes if you are keeping printer in seventh floor and the server is there in ground floor and you are sitting in the third floor means once you print the job, you need to go to your you need to go to the printer for identifying your job name. So for that, we can able to use this printer services, and it support all the printers like LaserJet. It will support inkjet, will support dot matrix. It will support whatever the printer format is available. All the printers it will be supported. And olden days when we are using the class name, we have A, B, C, D like that. So if we are giving class is equal to P means it directly goes for the printer. Okay, so nowadays we are not configuring because instead of printing to the printer, I have FDSF to see the job in my system. But still, some of the clients are still using this printer services because some tools will not be routing to HDSF, so that will be routing to printer services only. So for that, they can able to use this print services. So any questions from this slide?
no, Vijay.
Okay. So mostly everybody knows this IBM server and operating system evaluation. So we have so whatever you see in this S360, S370. So these are all the hardware. Okay. And you can look at your S360 and the white color box is there, 370, S370, S390. So these are all hardware. And above that, whatever you are seeing is the operating system. So MBS 370 is one operating system. MBS extended architecture is one operating system. MBS enterprise system architecture is one operating system. OS 390 is one operating system. GOS is one operating system. So from 1960 till now, so this is the normal travel of IBM server and operating systems. So the mainframe has the two models, right? Everybody is aware of it.
Okay.
Any idea?
No, Vijay.
Okay, so there are two different types of mainframes are there. One is business class is there, enterprise class is there. So business class is how you can able to identify which is business class and which is enterprise class is by looking the server itself. So you can see here this is single server or single door is there. If you open only one or you can able to imagine fridge. In your home you have fridge, right? So single door fridge. This one is a double door. Enterprise class will have a double door. So it's like a cupboard, a dressing cupboard or something like that. You can able to open two different so you can see here. So this is so this is a single door. Okay. So this one we can call it as a business class. So this one is a double door. Okay. So you can able to differentiate with that. So this is a single door, so that you can able to call it as business class. This one is a double door, which you can able to call it as. So if you look at this diagram, so anybody seen the mainframe server?
No.
Okay. So if you look at this diagram, that floor white color is there. No, any idea on that? What is that? So this white color is there. No.
No.
So normally the mainframe server they will not keep it on the floor. So that is called raised floor.
Sorry, raised floor.
Yeah, raised floor. We call it as.
Okay.
So at least 1 feet. It will be like this. This jack one. Okay, so below that only all the wires will be traveling for UPS connection or whatever it may be. And the second thing is whatever the wires is traveling on. So if it is traveling on the floor, sometimes any misconnection, if something goes wrong or somebody while walking they are pressing the wire, something may happen. So for that they used to keep on raised floor. Okay. So these are the two different types of mainframe models. One is the business class and the other one is enterprise class. Business class single door concept and the enterprise class double door. So if you go for Small companies, okay, so for example, I have 2 to 10 projects are there. I don't want multiple storages. More storages I don't want. I need very less storages. Something like that means you can obviously go for business class. If it is a very large project like 100 or 200 projects is running and I need more storage and I need more processing speed, something like that means always you can able to go for enterprise class. Okay. So cost wise again, lot of difference is there. So business class you can able to get it for 2 to 3 CR. So I'm talking only about the server cost. Okay. So apart from that, operating cost, system cost, that is different. So again, enterprise class it starts from at least minimum 9 CR to 30-40 CR also is available. So depends upon what is your requirement. Based on that, we can able to customize the server. So again, any idea if you place the order, how much time it will take delivery of your mainframe server?
No, Jay.
So maximum it will take 6 to 8 weeks. So today you are making the payment means from that 6 to 8 weeks. So the mostly the server is assembled in US only. So from there, anywhere in the world, they will ship it, and if we want installation also, they will do it, or we can go for installation. Any one thing. So at least installation cost we can able to save it if we are going to do the installation. And
The
yeah,
server company only from IBM, or we have a different company? Is it?
only from IBM. IBM is the manufacturer of mainframe. No?
Okay, okay.
So there are IBM has 3 different server. One is G series is there, and another one is P series is there, and another one is I series is there. These are the 3 different types of server they are making. So this one is mainframe, and AS400, and this one is medium scale. So mainframe is large scale, AX will comes under small scale, and AS400 comes under medium scale. So how many years this mainframe server is valid is 25 years. So after 25 years, you will not be able to access mainframe server. So the one is you need to give this IBM server to IBM itself, and while buying the new server, you can able to exchange, and they will give for nominal cost. Or otherwise, you need to throw it to scrap. After that, it will not allow you to enter inside of your server itself after 25 years.
Oh, okay, okay.
So everyone knows mainframe has 2 different types of transaction. One is batch and the other one is online. So mostly whatever we do on the mainframe runs within these 2 type of workload only. So either you can submit as a batch and online. So batch is minimum human interaction, and online is maximum human interaction. So without human interaction, we cannot able to do anything on this online transaction. So what is the best example you can able to give for batch and online?
For batch, we can use report generation.
Can you speak louder?
For batch, we can use report generation. So once the data is filled, like,
Okay.
and for online, maybe claims or something like where we need to close the transactions.
Any other example?
In batch, we can accumulate daytime transactions. In nightly, we can process a bulk data in batch. In online, yes, a single transaction can process at any time.
Okay. So again, the best example for batch is your EMI transactions. So the one time if you made a setup, how many months you want to debit it, automatically the batch job will be get executed on a monthly basis. And online transaction, the best example would be ATM. One person at a time. So unless he completes, only the next person can able to do the transaction. So that is for online. Okay, so these are all the common roles of mainframe system programmer, administrators, application developers, and system operators, and production control. So either if it is a business class or enterprise class, vice versa, so we can able to use it. So at least the minimum 256 mainframe is required for controlling the mainframe server, including all the rotational or night shift or day shift all put together. You need to have 256 people. So then only you can able to run one single mainframe system. Okay, so these are the different types of operating system. So we have a GVM is there, GBSC is there, Linux on IBM system just, and then you have GTPF is there. So apart from GOS I'm talking about. So these are the 5 different types of operating system we can able to use it on the mainframe hardware. So like how in Windows we are installing Red Hat and Windows. So similar like that. So when compared to Windows and mainframe, what is the advantages? If you go for Windows laptop, one operating system at a time. Either you can at a time of booting up of your operating system, it will ask you whether you want to go for Linux or you want to go for Windows. So any one only you can able to access it, but mainframe is not like that. Parallelly, you can able to access number of operating system. So what is the maximum number of operating system we can able to load in one server? So for example, I have one helper, one operating system, another helper, another operating system. So like that, how many helper I can able to create it, and then how many operating systems I can able to load.
No idea.
There is no limit. There is no limit at all.
Okay.
So if you are having enough number of space and enough number of processing speed, because each and every operating should have some amount of processing speed, or in other words, each and every LPAR should have some processing speed. So then only you can able to create one LPAR and one operating system. So if you have that much capacity, how much capacity you have depends upon that. You can able to create a number of LPAR and number of operating system. If you look at enterprise server and all, at least minimum 200, 300 LPAR you can able to configure.
Okay.
But still, even there is no limit, we can configure these 5 OS, right?
Yeah, correct. So how you are calculating the processing speed in mainframe?
In MIPS,
Yeah.
millions of instruction per second.
So that they have renamed to MSU.
Could you please explain?
One one MSU is equal to 6 MIPS.
Okay.
Okay, so nowadays, whatever the mainframe server is coming, I cannot go and tell, give me 152 MIPS, something like that. I cannot able to tell. I can able to tell MSU only. So MSU is million with one. At least one helper have at least 2 MSU. That is polymer. That means 1,000, 2,000 people can able to log in at a time. No, I don't have that many users. Only 100, 200 is there, means you can have one MSU is more than enough. Okay, so depends upon the number of MIPS you have, that many number of user IDs and that many number of transactions you can able to do it. So the more you are reducing, less number of users and less number of transactions you can able to access it.
Okay.
So if you look at this diagram, so the olden days we were having box, CEC, CPC, CPU, machine, processor, display and system. So nowadays we are calling it as processor, CPUs, engine, PUs and CPUs. So we will see what is the full form in the next slide. So processor everybody is aware, and CPUs also everybody is aware. So there is an engine, PU, CPU is there. CPU is a channel part, and PU is for processing unit. IFL is the integrated facility for Linux. So ICF is integrated configuration facility. So like that, each one will give individual functionality. Okay, so if you look at your central processing unit, central processing complex. Okay. Okay, you can see here IFL, if there means then only you can able to install Linux on your mainframe. Otherwise, you will not be able to install it. So the same way, JAP is there, JAP or ZIP, any one should be there. So then only you can able to install Java or some other languages and all. And then you have Sys Plus is there. So this is for connecting for one mainframe to another mainframe or one LPAR to another LPAR. So whenever your one server goes down, automatically the another server or another helper it can able to bring it up. So for that we'll be using sys plus. So we call it as system complex. So and then you can see here there is a timer, sir. So what is this timer? Any idea what is timer?
No, Vijay.
Okay, so the timer is nothing but connecting from one server to another server if the communication is disconnected. So how the second system will be knowing the communication is disconnected is depends upon the timer. So there will be a signal from one system to another system with the help of this timer. So for example, there is a server in London and another server is there in Mumbai. So Mumbai system and London system are always used to communicate each other. So in between this server there is a timer where if the communication is not connected from Mumbai to London is not communicating means automatically. So primary mainframe server you will be accessing Mumbai server only. But when the communication drops, automatically the secondary server, the London server will bring up. So for that, you can able to use the timer. So you can keep minimum 9 seconds. Okay. So for example, 9 seconds, there is no communication means the second server will bring up. So for that, you are using timer. So how you will bring up the second server is with the help of sys plus. Okay, so when the first server goes down, the second server has to bring up. So how it will bring up is with the help of sys plus only it will bring up. So for that we need to do certain configurations. So once you do it, automatically whenever the first server goes down, automatically the second server it can able to bring it up.
Okay.
Okay.
Vijay, integrated coupling facility (ICF). It is a product or it is a
No, it is not a product and all. Whatever you are seeing is hardware. So, for example, in your laptop, we are using what we can say. If you want to use the USB drive,
Oh,
so the USB hardware is there, right? So if you don't have, then you will not be able to connect it. So again, for that, the software need to be installed. So then only the Windows and the USB will get connection so that you can able to read it with the help of Windows. So like that, this coupling facility is for sys plus coupling facility. So ITF should be already, hardware should be already there. So then only the functionality can able to perform.
okay.
So without graphic card, you cannot able to play certain games and all, right?
Correct.
So like that only. So these are all hardware, whatever you are seeing.
Okay.
Okay. So the GOS was designed to take advantage of the IBM System G architecture introduced in the year of 2000. So the Egypt in the name was selected because these systems often have a zero downtime. So these are the varieties of hardware. So whatever you are seeing in the diagram below, So these are all business class BC, and whatever you are seeing the above, so those are all enterprise class EC. So right now the latest version is the G16, and the previous version is the G15 now. So G16 is already available on the market. So from October onwards it is available. So now the most of the companies have started buying migrating from old server to new server. So for example, 10 years back they would have purchased the server, now they are upgrading, or some people depends upon the project last version to new version. So like that. So every 2 years or 3 years once you can able to get the new hardware. So what are the hardware resources is required apart from the CPU is, or apart from the server? So you need to have hardware management control. So this hardware management control is mainly used for booting up process of you want to bring up any LPAR or any operating system on which is installed on any specific LPAR. So with the help of HMG, we can able to bring up, and then you should have one control for monitoring. Monitoring purpose, and then you need to have for CPUs should be there, and then chip controller, and battery controller, and then this is optional printer controller. So these are the 5 major component is required for running the hardware. So in the console you can able to monitor both hardware and software information you can able to monitor. And the tape drives you can able to load multiple tapes, and directly multiple hard disks, and multiple printers. So how you will connect all this is with the help of channel path. So channel path is like, so for example, in your old computers and all, from your CPU to hard drive, you will be connecting one wire. So we call it as bus. Okay. So here in mainframe we used channel path. So these channel paths are divided into 2 different types. One is ESCON and the other one is FISCON. So ESCON is the enterprise server connection, okay, and the FISCON is the fiber connection. So nowadays the fiber connection was designed by IBM. Nowadays most of the companies like Airtel or ACT, they are using fiber connection only. So they have taken a copyright or license from IBM, and they are also. So what is the advantage of FISCON is it can able to travel up to 100 kilometers. So this can able to travel maximum 1 kilometer. So these are all wire, okay, in our term. So ESCON wire and FISCON wire. By using this, we can able to connect from one mainframe server to tape drive or DASB or printer, anything we can able to use it. So the GOS services has this basic mode and helper mode. So anybody have any idea on this?
No, Jay. Helper mode means there is a multiple.
So helper mode means you can go for multiple operating systems. So each and every helper can have multiple operating systems. You can able to see your system image. A is one operating system, B is one operating system, C is one operating system. But where in basic mode, you cannot able to go for multiple operating systems. So for example, this basic mode has the 10 GB of storage, but your operating system size is 4 GB only, means it will occupy the entire space of 10 GB and it will tell there is no free space. So that is the basic mode. Olden days we are using this method only. Nowadays we are using helper mode. So we have 10 GB of space, means so 4 GB is required for loading the operating system, means you can able to load two different operating systems, one for 4 GB and another for another 4 GB. So likewise, helper we can able to partition. So that is what we are doing nowadays. So the olden days we will not be able to do it. So that's the difference between the basic mode and helper mode.
So if we nowadays, if they are purchasing a new server, they will did the helper, right?
No, can you repeat again? No.
If we purchase a new server,
Yes.
Nowadays we are doing helper the entire space, right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
So nowadays we have helper mode. So before OS 390 we were having only basic mode. So the helper mode within the server itself you can able to partition.
Okay.
So that was from before OS 90, right? Basic mode purchasing.
From OS 390 we were having helper mode.
Okay.
Okay, so there is a base control program is there. So base control program it's a backbone of your GOS. So without base control program, you will not be able to do anything on mainframe. So anybody have any idea on base control program?
No, Jay.
Okay, so the base control program is the backbone of your GOS. So for example, you are submitting a JCL program. Okay, you are typing something on the job card and set statement and GD statement, and you are submitting the program. So what is happening the next step?
If we submit the JCL in the system, there is a JES system. The JES system will initiate the interpret the JCL and submit the job into operating system. So
Okay, so as per you are saying it will go for JES and then the job will be executed in the operating system, right?
Yes.
Okay, so now my question is why it has to go to JES2?
It is JES is a system. It convert the commands, JCL commands into machine understandable language. So
Okay, that I understood. If you go for just to whatever you are typed in the JCL, the machine can able to understand it in the JCL format, and then it will be displaying you in the human readable format by just out. Okay, that is okay. But when you are typing SUBMIT submit, why it has to go to, so how the system knows that it has to go to just to? So there are a lot of tools is there, right? It is Rackup is there, and then ISPF is there, OMBS is there.
yes, yes.
But why particularly when you submit, it is choosing just to?
Well, Jesse is the one who controls the execution and allocation, all those things.
Yeah, that is a part of just to. So whatever the job you have defined, accordingly, it will be allocated in the just to environment. I'm not denying that. My question is, when you submit your program, why it is going to just to? Okay, so for example, you are typing a program in the sequential file. Okay, what is the communication between your sequential file to your just to? Or in other words, SUBMIT is a TSO command. That TSO command, when you typed it, why it is going to just to environment? Okay, I give you another example. So you are riding a bike. Okay, so for example, so right now I'm staying in Bangalore, or you can keep Chennai also. From Annanagar to T Nagar, if I want to go, means I'm going through the bike. Okay, so this bike is a commuter where you can able to use it from one place to another place. Okay, so similar like that, here we need to have some commuter, right? So when you submit the program, it has to go to just to. How it is going to just to?
So that is the reason here we have base control programs.
Correct. For the particular reason, we are having base control program.
Okay.
So for example, when you submit the job, go to just to like that, the base control program will decide. Okay, so for example, you are doing a DB2 program and a CAGS program. So when you are typing a transaction, so for example, Vijay, one transaction is there. When I type that, in the backend, I have connected the particular transaction to particular table in the DB2. So when I type Vijay, it is going to the particular table. So if you are not connecting those, what we can say, if you are not going to connect that DB2 and the CAGS, in between the connector is not there, means then you cannot be able to fetch the transaction. Okay, so similar like that, whenever you are starting CAGS, it always before that you need to start DB2. Okay, if DB2 is not started, means in CAGS it will tell DB2 to CAGS connection was not established. Okay, so always the DB2 to start first, then only CAGS has to start. So that connection was established with the help of base control program. So base control program, it will tell what to do, what not to do, how to do, when to do, where to do. So these all will be controlled by this base control program. So in other words, it is a backbone of your GOS. So without base control program, you cannot able to do anything on the mainframe. So for running this base control program, you need to have this six components. So one is Rackup should be there, data facility storage management subsystem DFP should be there, and communication server SMP should be there, TSO should be there, and Unix should be there. These five components are controlling or in other words, the base control program is controlling all these five components. And always your base control program is and the job entry subsystem is connected each other. Either it can be your job entry subsystem 2 or 3, either just 2 or just 3, any one. Okay, it's not mandatory, it should be both. Any one should be there for running the essential operating system services. And then there is a base control program components are there, like SMF is there, RMF is there, and WLM is there. So we'll see what is that SMF, RMF in the further slide. So this SMF, RMF, and WLM is like a log record. So whatever you do on the mainframe, everything will be get recorded. There is no escape. So all this will be get recorded in the SMF system management facilities. RMF is purely used for monitoring your mainframe hardware. So for example, your hard disk speed, how it is running, or how your CPU is running, or how your monitor is running, how your keyboard is running, how much fast it's running, how much yesterday it was running in 100%, today it is running in 80%, means there is some problem. So like that we can able to get the information from RMF. And workload manager is monitoring multiple mainframe servers and in single place. So for example, you may have a server in London and another server in Australia and another server in India. But for monitoring my mainframe server, I cannot travel all these locations every time. So monitoring from one single place, you can able to use WLM. So that is for workload manager. So there are some certain services, class and rules are there. So very first time when you are configuring your WLM, if you configured it, so whenever the services is raising or classes is raising, automatically it will give the intimation for you. So based on that, we can able to take action. So for that, we can able to use workload manager. And you have optional list info printer. Printer services is optional for base control program. So all the is whatever you see in this current slide. These are the basic GOS components which need to be running on your mainframe environment. So without all this component, you cannot have, or in other words, we cannot tell your GOS is up or running successfully like that. We will not be able to tell. Is that clear?
Vijay, the basic control program, it is already written and along with the operating system, or admin need to write
that will be comes along with your operating system.
Okay. So
there is no separate.
So admin will need to configure. We need to pass the parameter, or it is already already.
No, what I mean to say is there is no start command is there for starting the BCP, or there is no specific data set is there for configuring your BCP. If you have this product like Rackup, DFS, SMS, the communication server, SMT, TSO, and the Unix system services, along with that SMF, RMF, and WLM is there in the mainframe, so automatically your base control program will be running on the backend.
Okay.
So the GOS has the two different kinds of elements. One is the base element and the other one is the optional element. So base element, whatever you are currently seeing now, these all comes along with GOS. So when you purchase a GOS from IBM, So whatever you are seeing in the screen, all these components will come along with your GUIs. So these are all optional. So DFS, SMS, DSS, HSM, RMM, TVS, DF chart, RMF, DSF, security server. So these are all optional. You need to pay additional amount for lifetime, not yearly or halfly or 5 years once. It's not like that. One-time payment that you can able to use it for lifetime. So overall, it comes as a package. So whatever you are selecting optional also. So it is like a Google form only. So when you are selecting all these optional and combination of both optional and base element together only, you will get GOS operating system as a package. So either you can collect it with a CD drive, or you can collect it with the tape. Tape means additional amount you need to pay for the tape drive. And then I don't want these two method. I will download it from IBM website also. That is also fine. So any one of the method you can able to collect GOS operating system. So these are the components of data facility storage management system. So DFT, RMM, HSM, TVS, and DSS. So all should be there. So then only you can able to run a storage management subsystem.
Vijay, what would be the OS price nowadays? Vijay?
Nowadays it comes 8 GB maximum, plus or minus.
8
GB, gigabyte.
Okay.
So at least we need to have 4 to 6 volumes. Each volume should have at least a minimum 1.5 to 3 or 4 GB storage should be there. And while you are copying from one volume to another volume, roughly we will be copying 4 to 5 volumes. You will have one per volume. So whatever the GOS you are copying, that is given by IBM. So I cannot able to use the same, right? So I may configure according to my requirement. So those I will store it in separate volume. So all this combination. So earlier it was 4 GB, then 4 becomes 5.5, then 7. Now plus or minus 8 GB, not more than that.
Okay.
So DFS SMS is heart of your storage management subsystem. So these all the. So DFS SMS, DFP will comes under base element. So rest all will comes along with optional. So you need to pay money and you need to purchase it. So as we seen earlier, the TCP/IP. So this is currently most of the companies will be using, and the overall is using 6+ servers. So they will be using SNA, secure network architecture. So with the help of TCP, you can able to communicate with TSO, CAGS, batch job, data task, and then you have IMS and Unix applications. So if TCP IP is not there, probably you will not be able to connect your mainframe environment at all.
Vijay, the TCP IP, it is chargeable. For example,
No, it is not chargeable. It comes along with the base element only.
In Windows system, we are purchasing a domain names.
No, that is domain name and all is that is for your Windows system, right?
Correct,
Like,
correct.
for example, ez-learn or Wings of Fire or IBM.com. So that is
Yes.
different. So this TCP IP is configuring only IP address. Like we have 192.168.2.1, something like that. We are giving IP now. So for configuring that only, we will be using this
Okay,
TCP IP.
okay, okay. Got it.
So you can see in this last line, GOS communication server provides both the SNA and TCP/IP networking protocol for GOS. So the SNA protocols are provided by IBM VTAM. So VTAM is Virtual Telecommunication Access Method. So with the help of VTAM, we can able to log into your mainframe environment. So you can see sometimes. You can able to see VTAM ID when you are logged in. Okay, so that VTAM ID, how many number of transactions you are, there will be a limit. So for example, VTAM, if I fix it to 1000 means 1000 user IDs only can able to log in. So whenever I am logging in, Vijay01 is my ID means, so my ID will have one VTAM ID. So if you are trying to log in, your ID will have one VTAM ID. So like that, 1000, if it is reached means after that, you will not be able to log in. Somebody has to log out so that other person can able to log in, or we need to increase the VTAM size. Okay, so there is an option is there, so that we can able to, other users can able to log in. So this VTAM is controlled by SNA. So SNA also will come along with your mainframe, but we will not be able to configure unless you have multiple servers or multiple LPAS. So then only we can able to configure the SNA architecture. So RMF is purely used for monitoring your hardware. So in other words, the performance of your mainframe computer. So there are monitor 3, monitor 2 and monitor 1 is there. So monitor 3 will give detailed information, monitor 2 will give average information, and monitor 1 will give snapshot information. So whatever the performances like LPAR performance or CPU performance or whatever it may be, so those you can able to control with the help of RMF. So similar like that, okay, you can see your short-term data collection with the monitor 3, snapshot monitor collection with monitor 2, long-term data gathering with monitor 1. So these are the 3 different types of monitors are there. So with the help of that, you can able to collect all the information, but while displaying in the screen, very limited information will be showing in monitor 3. Very limited information will be showing in monitor 2, and detailed information will be there on the monitor 1. So this SMF, so SMF, everything will be stored in sys1.man access number. Okay, so sys1.man access means this access can be any alpha numerical character. Okay, so for example, 01, 02, 03, 04, AA, BB, CG, something like that. But in it should be in the chronicle or sequential order. Okay. So what it will do is whatever you are doing on the mainframe. So starting from logging to your mainframe till you are logging out, or in other words, the booting up of your mainframe till now, everything will be getting recorded and it will be stored in this man data set. So that's why I told in the starting there is no escape. So if you delete any data set, the recording will be there. So this user ID has been deleted this record. by this particular time, like that it will be get recorded. Or if you logged on by night 11 o'clock means this user ID has been logged on by 11 o'clock, like that you'll get the information. So likewise, all starting from IPL time to till now, whatever is happening, everything will be getting recorded in this man data set. So there is no escape on the mainframe at all. So this man data set, we can be able to use it for various activities. So building the user, reporting reliability, analyzing the configuration, scheduling the job, summarizing the DAST activities, evaluating data activities, profiling the system resource, maintaining and auditing the system security. So all these information will be get recorded in this man data set only. So we can see how to create this man data set, how to copy and how to configure and all. Probably in the later section we can able to see it. So HMP mostly you guys will be aware. So mainly used for installing the product or updating the product or upgrading the product. So system modification program is standard. So this HMP, you can able to get the GOS software in two different formats. One is if you are going to install GOS very freshly or very first time, then you will be getting such kind of GOS. And another one is you are upgrading from older version to newer version. So we call it as CBPDO. So CBPDO is a custom built product delivery option. So that is upgrading from the older version to newer version. And there is a system package. So that is upgrading from not upgrading, installing a GOS on the new. Very first time if you are going to install, you will get system pack. So you can see there the red color, the CBPDO, product pack, reference pack. So these are all the different types of package where which we can able to install it. So this HMP comes along with base element. Okay. And HMP can run either use as a batch job or using ISPF menu option. So either way, so you can able to install with the help of JCL, or you can go for ISPF menu option for installing the product. Any one of the methods you can able to use it. So we have this module in the last, so probably you can see it in the detail.
CBPDO is the first time.
No. CBPDO is upgrading from the older version to newer version.
Okay.
So this
product pack is the first time.
Product pack and reference pack, this and all is first time. Product pack is any third-party tools like TA7 or FileAid or Endeavor. So those all we call it as product pack. Reference pack is updating files from the existing pack to current pack. And there is another one more, system pack is there. So system pack is very first installation. Or first time installation. So time sharing option you are aware. So TSO is mainly used for interacting with your mainframe with users. So Rackup is used for controlling your GOS environment. So unless you give your right user ID and right password, you can able to log into mainframe. Otherwise, you will not be able to go inside of mainframe at all. So workload manager, it mainly used for monitoring multiple server or multiple servers helper at one single destination. So you can see in this the diagram itself, the system A, no delay is there. So while you are configuring your WLM, you need to make a setup earlier itself. So whenever you are monitoring, it will tell you any delay or any what we can say helper slow or any operating system which utilizing 100% of CPU. So like that, it will tell you in the detail. So instead of going in front of the server and monitoring those activities, so we can able to go for WLM. Okay, so these are all the normal languages which we have on the mainframe. So these are the three databases we are using: IMSDB, IDMS, and DB2. So user interface, we have CAGS is there. So these are all monitoring tools of IBM Console, SDSF, SMF, and RMF. And we have third-party tools, CA7, OPC, Job Track, C11. Like that, varieties of more than 1,000, 2,000 third-party tools are available on the mainframe. So this is the mainframe server details which we are going to provide you as a lab. Either we have two different we have two different operating systems. One is 1.13 and the other one is the 2.4. So probably we will get the lab from any one of these. So mostly we will be using